All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel. Just want to get into basically in the time that's coming in, we are coming into we want to be hid, covered on Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because this is the Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is the only way, that we're gonna get through these times that's ahead of us, man, and that are coming quickly, So this is the book of Proverbs 22. Proverbs 22 and verse 3. It says, "A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished." Right. So here it is, a wise man. You see what we're coming into. First and foremost, a Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, he warned us of these times, man, that we're coming into. Like, hey, seek the Lord so that you may be hid. Because as scripture goes into how the Lord revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. Well, here it is. You got the prophets prophesying what? Bad times, evil to come. And let's get that real quick, because this is nothing that's just gonna just come up. No, the Lord is setting everything up in order for what? For the deliverance of the elect. But before all that, all the hell got to break loose, so that we have something to be delivered from, leading all the way up to those missiles. This is the book of Jeremiah 28 and verse 8. "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence." That's right, man. Of bad times, man. Hey, see, it's going to get so bad, as the scripture goes into Daniel 12, even Michael going to have to stand up, for thy people, man. This is the book of Zephaniah 2. And verse 3. Start at 1. It says, "Gather yourself together, O ye nation not desired. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. Seek ye the Lord, all ye the meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger." And this is the elect who's going to be hid in the day of the Lord's anger, man. Because scripture say, hey, the simple, they really disregard. They disregard the warning, and they're going to be punished, as it is written. A two-thirds. Real quick. Let's get that. This is the book of Zechariah 13 and 8. "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third part shall be left therein." That third represents the elect. That 1/3, that grape of a cluster, man. "And I will bring the third part through the fire and refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried." Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is refining us. "They shall call upon my name, and I will hear them." And this is another thing. This is another safe haven. We're calling upon the name of the Lord, and we hid in that name as well, man. It says, because as the scripture goes into how the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it, and it's safe. You know? So, and that's why we don't play with the names or dishonor the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai by calling him other names, man. You know? Calling him whatever the hell you think you want to just call him. You know? No, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, they identifies as Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You know, because hey, you as a person, you don't want anybody just calling you know anything, man. You know, because that wouldn't register with you. You know, you wouldn't identify as anything or any name. Your name Tim, you don't identify as Brad or John. You know. It says they should call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai is my power. So I bear with me. This is the book of Colossians 3:1. If ye then be dead with Hamashiach, those things which are above, so like you seek those things which are above, where Hamashiach sitteth on the right hand of the Most High. Set your affection on the things above, not on the things of the earth. You know, and that's we die to this world, man. We seek, because what? We seek a kingdom to come. We seek an everlasting kingdom in Hamashiach, man. It says, set your affections on the things above, not on the things of this earth. On this earth. That's why the scriptures even tell us, hey, lay up for ourselves the treasures in heaven. You know, where moth and rough do not corrupt. You know? And not on these things which are temporal. You know? And I'm gonna get that next. It says, for ye are dead, and your life is hid with the most Hamashiach in the Most High. You know? It says, when Hamashiach, who is our life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with him in glory. So we get that. That's not now, man. We're gonna get that when Hamashiach appears, man. You know? When Yahushua set us in that glory. You know, when Yahushua deliver his elect, then the earth gonna know that, hey, we was the Lord's the whole time, man. Should say, then thou shalt be known that a prophet was among them. It says, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscences, and covetousness, which is idolatry. For which things sake the wrath of the Most High cometh on children of disobedience, in which ye also walked sometime when ye lived with them. So we have died to this, you know, to this world, man. You know, we are those new creatures in Hamashiach. So, but the children of disobedience, the wrath of the Most High is going to come upon them, and this is why we need to be hidden in the day of the Lord. He says, but now ye also put off all these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communications out of your mouth. Lie not one to another, seeing that ye put off the old man with his deeds, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in the knowledge after the image of him that created him. And that new creature, man, say we die daily. We gotta die daily in this, man. You know, constantly looking inwardly. You know. Let's see. Now going back to being hid. This is the book of Psalms, the 91st chapter. It says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And the secret place is this truth. You know? Abide under the protection of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress and my power. In him will I trust. It's a This is in the AMP verse. Let's see. We get this 1 and 2 in the AMP. It says, he who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will remain secure and rest in the shadow of the Almighty, whose power no enemy can withstand. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God, or my power, in whom I trust with great confidence, and on whom I rely. Right? Because it's going to take Yahweh Shem Yahushua to cover us in those times, man. You know, a time like none other before. Knowing that all hell going to break loose. It's going to be sedition of men, wars, neighbors invading one another, you know, for the lack of food, again, the famine. Right? But, hey, in that time, hey, what the Lord say? You're gonna eat in a time of famine and drink when others are thirsty, man. You're gonna laugh at you're gonna laugh in a time of all hell breaking loose. You know? And the Lord will have a different spirit out here on us, man. And we gotta believe that. Verse 5, it says, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that fly by day. We know all these things got to come to pass. Again, the secrets were revealed unto his prophets, man. You know? And here it is. Those who got an ear to hear, hey, they're going to hear these things as well and going to be comforted. Why? Because the scriptures say, hey, he sent us a comforter, man. He would not leave us comfortless. You know? But the world can't receive this. You know? So this is going to be by way of our the stability, you know, through the comforter. The knowledge and wisdom that we're obtaining now, hey, it's going to be used in a time of what? Let's get that real quick. Isaiah 33. Isaiah 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Right? So we're gonna what we gaining now is what we're gonna need to move in the times we're coming into. And we're in it with this one. Because another way we're gonna be hidden. We're gonna have to be physically hidden. You know, not just spiritually, but ultimately or physically. When Yahweh Shem Yahushua, when Yahweh send Yahushua in the day of judgment, and when those missiles are shot off in the earth, we're gonna need shelter in those times, man. This is the book of Isaiah 26 and verse 20. It says, come, my people, enter down to thy chambers and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as if it were for a little moment until the indignation be overpast. It says, "For behold, the Lord come out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity, and the earth also shall disclose her blood and shall no more cover her slain." We're going to need physical covering, and this is going to be in those chambers, which are those chariots that Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the day of the Lord, that Yahweh Shai is coming with that army, you know? So, it's going to be in that cloud, you know? So, I mean, hey, the faithful, this is what we look forward to. Lord willing, you know, we're part of the elect. While the scripture goes into how the unfaithful, they shall die in their unfaithfulness. And that's just what it is. You know, so, but Lord willing, this was edifying, give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.